When you have a strong personality, you might not notice it yourself, but others definitely will. The thing about people with strong personalities is that not everyone will like them. For guys, some women may find you attractive, but some men may call you arrogant out of jealousy. Studies show that a woman with a strong personality is more likely to be perceived as a threat by men, though some men appreciate a strong-willed, intelligent woman. If you don't realize that people react to you because you intimidate them, you might think something's wrong with you. Recognizing the signs can help you understand what's happening beneath the surface and how to manage it. Here are 8 signs that you have a strong personality that others might find intimidating. Number 1, you'd rather be rational than go with the crowd. There's nothing more intimidating than someone who can quickly dismantle your deeply held beliefs with a logical argument. When someone presents an argument so sound that it can't be disputed, it can be embarrassing. Psychiatrist Grant Brenner notes that people who are razor-sharp and hyper-aware can be intimidating without intending to be. Whether you thank them or defensively cling to your irrational beliefs, the sting remains. The philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer wisely observed that a man is loved by others to the extent that he moderates his claims on their goodwill and intelligence. Most people, especially those who are emotionally immature, would rather be right than have their egos bruised. If you consistently exhibit rationality, you might even earn a nickname like Mr. Smarthead. Number 2, the validation of others isn't important to you. When you don't need others' validation to do anything, you're operating on a different level of power. The person who doesn't seek validation does what they believe is right, regardless of others' opinions. This is the guy who says no to going out on a Friday night because he has things to do, or the girl who tells you when you're wrong without worrying if you'll stop being friends with her. Schopenhauer wrote that nothing throws people off balance more than realizing you don't depend on them. When you don't need validation to do what you want, it means you've reached a high level of emotional maturity and self-awareness. You don't need a thumbs up from others to know you're on the right path. These people are often the ones others end up looking up to or seeking advice from. Many will admire your self-assurance, but some will find it intimidating because it's a trait they lack. Number 3, you have strong moral codes. The intimidating thing about people with strong moral codes is that they can't be swayed by the same temptations and manipulations that work on others. For instance, a hot lady who usually gets her way with charm and seduction might feel embarrassed when her new boss only sees her work in competence. Her respect for that boss will increase. People with strong moral codes are seen as anomalies in a corrupt society. They are non-compliant and are the divergent of societal factions, posing a threat to those accustomed to getting away with wrongdoing. As Denzel Washington said, some people will never like you because your spirit irritates their demons. Number 4, you don't mind being alone. People who are okay with being alone come across as non-needy and mysterious. Since they can handle solitude, they are more selective about who they form friendships with, adding to their unique personality. Schopenhauer wrote that the more a man has within himself, the less he will want from others. This is why high intellect tends to make a man unsocial. There are psychological implications to this. You need an organized mind to enjoy being alone, and emotional maturity to handle moments of self-reflection. Your peace of mind and self-opinion become more important than what others think. You're no longer influenced by others' lives and take full responsibility for your choices and mistakes. Number 5, you can have difficult conversations. Most people avoid difficult conversations, letting resentment build against an oppressor. Hence, when someone calls out our flaws without hesitation, it's surprising. This ability to have difficult conversations builds on all the traits mentioned before. A people pleaser can't engage in difficult conversations because they fear offending others. Needy people won't risk making others dislike them. So, when you can address people's mistakes directly, it demonstrates strong moral principles and a willingness to offend for the sake of truth. Number 6, you stand out in group settings. Do people look your way or pause when you enter a room or join a group? That's a sign of a strong, intimidating personality. You don't seek attention. but your powerful presence is noticeable. This doesn't mean you're loud or overwhelming. It's the confidence and self-assurance you exude. People might hesitate to approach you, sensing your self-reliance and strong demeanor. However, when they do engage, they often bring their best, showing respect for your character. Number 7, your words carry weight. When you speak, do others listen more intently? That's another sign of a strong, intimidating personality. Your words have an impact, whether giving advice or sharing an opinion. It's not just what you say, but how you say it that makes your words resonate. Your tone and delivery add weight, making your words well considered. Conversations with you might be more intense, but also more rewarding. Number 8, you are decisive and direct. Being able to make quick, clear decisions is a hallmark of a strong personality. You know what you want and aren't afraid to make it known. This decisiveness can intimidate those who are more indecisive or prefer to avoid the spotlight. Your straightforwardness sets you apart and helps in many situations, especially professionally. People might be surprised by your quick, confident decisions, but often appreciate the positive outcomes. In conclusion, everything great comes at a price. Having a strong personality can make you intimidating, but it can also lead to jealousy, envy, and alienation. If you naturally have an intimidating personality, it's wise to handle interactions carefully. Avoid publicly calling out people's wrongs or humiliating them. You can have a strong personality and still be polite. As Schopenhauer wisely wrote, making enemies through unnecessary incivility is as foolish as setting your house on fire. For politeness is like a counter, an admittedly false coin with which it is unwise to be stingy.